Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so let's talk medium mechs. We've done a light mech episode. Let's do a medium mech episode. I don't intend for this to be an exhaustive, authoritative, this is the best, these are the best medium mechs in the game. But what I'm trying to show you is some of the better ones that I've driven and the configurations that I've come up with, and to talk about some of the ineffective models. But this is by no means, this is not going to be the top 5 best medium mechs in Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries as of 2021. Yeah, it's too subjective and it's too broad of a topic to. I think anybody who tries to say that is full of shit. Okay. And you need to pay attention to the details and pay attention to the weapons platforms that are, or the weapon systems that are chosen to operate on these platforms, and then make up your own damn mind, right? You need to think about how you like to play, what you enjoy, what weapon systems you enjoy, and you'll notice that these configurations they're gonna cluster around the weapon systems I like. And so if you've watched my Let's Play, I don't like PPCs, so you're not going to see very many PPCs here. The PPC is not going to be well represented. The LRMs are not going to be well represented. The burst fire autocannons, you won't see a lot of those. Just because those weapon systems have their place, and I'm sure there are people who like them and are good with them, but that's not me. So just to keep it honest, and to avoid being disingenuous, then I have to stick with the weapon systems I like, and then that's going to cluster around mechs that support those weapon systems. So let's just get started. And one of the early, I'm not going to call this thing great, but if you can get your hands on it, the hero Blackjack, it's good. It's not great. It's good. Of course, it has lost tech on it, so I don't think this thing's going to appear till later in the game. But the loadout I like is pretty close to the stock loadout. I just do some minor tweaking. There's too much machine gun ammo on it, and I just add some singles. I do up armor all my mechs, and if you watch my Let's Play, you know that. And so now I have found that 18 head armor is dangerous, and to me, these 4 extra points of armor, once I went up to 22, I wasn't getting killed with headshots as much as I was when I was allowing the game to put me in 18. It's anecdotal evidence. It's not, I haven't done an authoritative, here's 100 drops with 18 head armor versus 100 drops with 22 head armor, but it certainly feels like I'm not dying. In fact, I haven't died since I've gone to 22, so I think 18 is problematic. So this is a good one, but this is the hero, right? And so you don't know how likely it is you're going to get your hands on this mech. Another decent version of the Blackjack is just the good old, there's the BJ1 that you can basically turn into the BJ1DC. There's really not that big of a difference here. The BJ1DC has too much, it's too hot, in my opinion. But the problem with the BJ1 is it doesn't have enough ammo. Okay, you really got to watch out for this. I mean, you're just asking for trouble with that. Otherwise, this is a good configuration. I personally would drop the jump jets. I would up armor everywhere I could, and I would add another ton of AC2. That's me. You're going to burn through this in no time, because the AC2, it doesn't hit that hard. You need to shoot, and you're going to be firing at long ranges. You're going to miss. So at least 2 tons of ammo with this one. The next chassis that comes along is the Cicada, and the Cicada is just not good. It's really a bad mech. You can make it work, but there are better options out there, in the medium category. The Cicada is faster. You can see these are mostly, the Assassin's fast. Most medium mechs are 64.8. Some of them get up to 81, and you've got some of the really fast ones like the Assassin and the Cicada. But they pay for that. Okay, there's no free lunch in battletech, and so those engines are very heavy. The only Cicada that I consider good is the Hero Cicada. The rest of them, you can see here. I mean, good lord, 2 medium lasers and a small laser. Are you kidding? It's the flamers suck. Okay, they're really just troll weapons. This is okay. I was able to put up with this, but it's not a good one. I guess this is a little better. I guess, but with it being a UAC, you're not going to see this one for a while. The Ultra AC5 is lost tech, so you won't see that for a while. And the X5 is really your best option if you can get your hands on it. It's got plenty of alpha for a 40-ton mech. Medium lasers are fantastic. Probably the best weapon in BattleTech until the clans arrive is the good old 1-ton medium laser. 1 ton, 5 points of damage, and it's pretty cool. It doesn't generate a lot of heat. This is probably too much SRM ammo for these 2 SRM2s, but if you really, especially if you're just learning SRMs, trying to get the timing down and the patterns down and stuff, you might want to stay with 2 tons. You might find it to be excessive, and you can pull it. The other thing about the Cicada is the armor is just pathetic at 18. And so those arms are going to come off right away, and that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your economics. You're going to be dropping medium lasers every other mission because 1 or 2 arms is going to come off. Because the way the enemy AI works, they focus fire you. So you've got to have a tanky mech, and this does not qualify as a tanky mech. So the X5 is fine, but again, it's the hero, and it's going to be hard to find. I wouldn't drive a Cicada unless I absolutely had no other choice. And if I did have a choice, it'd be the X5. And the problem is, by the time the X5 arrives, you're probably done with mediums, so who gives a shit, right? The Assassin's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Cicada. I wouldn't drive them. The Assassins in Mechwarrior Online, we used to be able to make some really nasty Assassins, and I don't know what they changed. I don't remember what the Assassin in Mechwarrior Online looked like. And again, this is another hero mech. Sorry about that, but most of the Assassins suck. They're just terrible chassis. This is an okay loadout. I don't love it. Once again, probably too much SRM ammo. I don't know why I did that. It might be okay. And so 1.5 tons for the AC2. It's only 1, so that should be enough. With the cooling, this thing is so darn hot. I think I'd be tempted to drop a ton of SRM and throw in a heat sink. And you can see the armor is significantly better than on the Cicada, so that's a good thing. Early game, you lose that AC2, that's going to hurt. The first few hours of the game, you're going to be, you're really going to be hurting for money and drops and stuff, and so, yeah, not the best chassis in the world. And then we get the poor old Centurion. You start with the Centurion if you play the main campaign, and the Centurion just doesn't get it done. I don't love the Centurion. You do have a shield arm, and so if you know how to use that left arm, that can work for you. I don't like the Yen Lo Wang. It's if you take a look at the Yen Lo Wang, it's problematic. It's just problematic. It's an archetypal. It's a famous mech from BattleTech, and there's a lot of people who get off on that, and that's fine. Enjoy yourself, but First of all, this is stupid. This needs to be in the legs. And I'm not convinced. Yeah, 60 rounds, that might be worth it. Especially when you're learning to land these AC-20 shots. Although I think eventually I would be tempted. As you can see, it's really hot. So I'd be tempted to drop a ton and throw in another heat sink. And I'd certainly put a heat sink down here. In fact, you might want to do... I don't know. But, yeah. It's the Centurion's just not the best chassis. It's not the worst. I mean, you can do some okay builds with the Centurion A. I think this is a better build. You don't have as much punch for close range, but you're more flexible. Excuse me. Damn, fucking allergies. I don't like streams, so I'd get rid of that as soon as possible. Let me see. I think I saved a Centurion build. Did I? I didn't. My bad. Okay. So yeah, I would definitely... you don't need that much LRM ammo. You definitely don't need that much LRM ammo. You know, drop that. Change that to regular LRM. Move the ammo into the legs. I like the armor. The leg armor's okay. That's problematic. That needs to come up. This is problematic. This needs to come up. So you got some work to do here. And then of course, it's just really hot. You know, you can't get this thing. I've never been able to get this thing in a place where I felt it was absolutely, you know, kicking ass and dominant. But if you're stuck with it, if you're stuck with a Centurion, this is a good configuration to aim for. So yeah, there we go. So that's the first batch of mediums, and then let's move into the next page. And now we start getting into a good chassis, the Crab. You can do some really fun stuff with all of these. I would recommend trying to get some chem lasers on them. They're hot as hell, you know. Let me see. What's your most common? See, there's the Hero Crab. I don't like the Hero Crab. I definitely don't like UAC 5s. The Ultra AC5 is not the best option. I would put just regular AC5s in there. That LRM5, well, that feels useless. I'd swap that out for an SRM launcher. I think this is your basic Crab here. And yeah, that's unfortunate with it being a small. What I would want to do is I would want to get large chem lasers in here. That would be really interesting. Is large chem lasers. I might even drop this and just put a pair of large chem lasers on this thing. And it's quick, it's maneuverable. The armor, it needs to the armor needs to come up a little bit if possible. At a bare minimum, I'd drop the legs to 40. I would definitely get these arms up. Right. Boy, that's tough right there. Cause you're 10 points down. That is really tough. Sorry, my headset cable caught on the mic. That's annoying. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm still learning how to coexist with this mic. So yeah, the Crab is really good. It can get you through. I wouldn't call it the best medium mech in the game. It just doesn't seem to be as flexible because they've PGI has kind of nerfed it by doing that. And that makes it tough. I really don't like one medium and one small. That's really stupid. I would prefer to have either two smalls or two mediums, which you can do that here. You know, And having two smalls, that's going to free up, what, a half ton? Yeah, so you got a half ton to play with. So if we do stuff like this, nope. Bring that down. Yeah, that should be fine. I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. Good Lord. I don't know what I would do, but there we go. That's what I would do with the crab. So that's the crab. Now, I think we're starting to get into the really good stuff here. The Dervish. Yeah, the Dervish. You can have some fun with the Dervish. Hey, come back here. Thought I had a Dervish build. I know I got a Dervish build. Yeah, there we go. This thing's fun. Yeah. This is very interesting. So, complete Splat Cat build. This thing is beastly. And I went ahead and left the jump jets on it for extra maneuverability. You can see it's up armored nicely. So it's got good survivability. Excellent firepower for a 55-ton mech. You got to get in and brawl. So if you don't like brawling, this isn't the build for you. But the Dervish Hero mech is really good. Really solid mech. Now, the other Dervishes, like, let me see here. Yeah, you could do that here. See? You could do that. That would be interesting. You could probably do it with all of them. Yeah. So that's fun. The Enforcer. Enforcer's tough. It's not great, but it's serviceable, you know. And you can see this one has a Gauss rifle, but this is Lost Tech and it's going to come later. So it's got 322 armor, which is good. But with it being Lost Tech, usually I just go with an AC-10 Enforcer like this, and I just make do until I can get out of the chassis. And then now we're in the Griffins, and the Griffins just stink. They really do just stink. I haven't found a Griffin that I liked, that I got to work for me. I guess this is fine, but that's all Lost Tech. Well, not all, but it has an ERPPC on it. But yeah, I mean, 358 armor is good. That's good. But yeah, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. And so the Hunchies. The Hunchies are some of my favorite mechs. So this mech absolutely annihilates things. I use this on my Let's Play a lot. This is a great mech, a great build. It's problematic when you're fighting players because the players know to take off your hunch, but the AI doesn't know that. So this build works quite well against the computer AI, and these medium chem lasers just strip armor off your enemy. And so we're running 3.5 tons, which is plenty. I never run out of chem laser. I do use the medium lasers for turrets and hovercraft and stuff, VTOLs, so I'm not burning through my... But I'm not stingy with my chem lasers. I don't lay off the chem lasers. And you can see the cooling at 2. In fact, it's probably too cool. Okay. The rear armor is a little on the light side. That scares me a little bit. But absolutely fantastic mech. One of the best mechs in the game, in my opinion. This chem laser Hunchy is just, it's a beast. And you know Hunchback 4Ps are everywhere. So you should have no problem getting the chassis. You will have a problem getting 6 chem lasers. It'll take a little while. So when you see chem lasers for sale, medium chem lasers, well, chem lasers. You see large chem lasers and medium chem lasers, buy them. you know, until you've got enough to feed your chem laser habit. And the other Hunchy that I absolutely love, I just love this thing. The Gridiron. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so the Gridiron, absolutely fantastic. Love this chassis, love this build. Now, of course, this is a bunch of lost tech, so I know what some people are going to say. Well, yeah, if I ever... Yeah, I know, I hear you. It's hard to get a hold of Gauss rifles and medium pulse lasers, but man, if you do, I love this build. This thing is absolutely fantastic. And it's got plenty of ammo. Plenty of ammo. It's nice and cool. 1.6 is a good place to be on cooling. It will overheat if you really wail on the SRMs and the medium pulse lasers. But if you can just back off a little bit and give them the Gauss, and then your heat will normalize. So yeah, really solid medium mech, just absolutely ferocious. Yeah, Hunchies. Now the Hunchies are slow. That's the problem with the Hunchies. They really slow you down. The Centaros, I can run Centaros, but I never found a Centaro that I loved. And you can see with the missile hard points, I would be tempted to strip the LRMs off of them, put SRMs on their medium lasers, so that's what I would do. But that's interesting. That is a very interesting build right there. 368 armor. And of course, hey, look, another hero mech. So yeah, I hear you. Too many hero mechs in this list. But you know, look at that. That is beastly right there. An 80-point alpha on a 55-ton mech. You could wreck some shit with this thing. But of course, good luck getting all this lost tech, right? And now this is that might you might want to keep that, but put it in the legs. And you see it's nicely armored. I would want to put, you know, I would do this. There we go, like that. So, but yeah, this could work. This could work real well. It's not super quick, but you see the cooling's at 2. That's nice. So this thing, it actually has the heat sinks to handle fire, but it's still going to get hot. This is a lot of firepower. So, you know, this thing is gonna it's gonna run hot even at 2. I can tell you. I haven't dropped this though. We might want to drop it and see how it behaves. Yeah. Let's do that. What the hell? Yeah. Let's drop. And let's see how that Centaro behaves. It's always fun to have some footage. Of course, I think we're dropping all hero mechs, aren't we? How stupid.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Yeah, let's...
We have friendlies under assault from hostile forces. Link up with them and hold off the enemy advance as long as possible.
Oh, there we go.
Be sure not to overextend yourself, Commander.
Oh,
Eventually, you will
I completely went the wrong way here.
Our employer has okayed the use of airstrike.
Yeah, it feels like a Hunchy.
Stand by for strike confirmation.
Alright. So... I do not love these weapon groups, but I'm just gonna...
Enemy
Oh.
contact. Shame it's a mech.
Why is it a shame? Weird. Whatever. Way to miss, dude.
All units in sight.
Yep. Alright. Let's take the arm. Yeah, see, it's hot. Oh, didn't do that right. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. I've honestly never seen this configuration on this map. Hmm. I know, right? What if I don't want to earn my pay? That's weird. Nope. Alright, gotta get him in range. Oh, messed that up. Let's see, which ones are 2? Yeah, screwed that up. Ah. Yeah, I'm not used to having missiles on my right mouse button. Whoa. Yeah, those yellow mechs are always... Oh, here we go. Can I get it? Yep. Okay. Let's go see how the Centaro does out here. Oh, look at the airburst. Oh, oh man, he got wrecked. Alright. Come on, guys. What are you doing? What are they... Wow. Look at that. Here come the lerms. Oh my god, lerms. Trying to get into SRM range here. Okay, buddy boy. You didn't need that armor, did you? Oh! Nice. Alright, catapult. Oh my god, all he has is Illurum streams. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep, and there we are. Does this guy got... Dude, don't hit me with your flamer, you idiot. Yeah, this is beastly. But it's hot. Yeah, okay. I think that's enough. So, let me see. We'll just abort. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Alright. So now the next thing you want to think about when you're selecting mechs, medium mechs for your drop deck, you're picking mechs for you, and you're picking mechs for them, for the AI, and those are not the same set of variables. What you want to do is you need to put them in something that's tanky, versatile, and cheap. Okay, you don't give them the Gridiron with the Gauss rifle. Okay, you could give them you could give them this guy. Okay, I'd be fine letting them drive that. Well, not the medium pulse lasers. I would swap those out for medium lasers. You do not give them lost tech, ever. Okay. So one of the most, I think, one of the most important medium mechs in the Phoenix Hawks. Yeah, this guy right here. I know it's not sexy, but the Shadow Hawks. Okay, there's some variation here, but not a lot. You're basically gonna get an AC5, some LRMs, and some medium lasers, and then sometimes you salt to taste in an SRM or something. I wouldn't run this. This is basically a Griffin, but Of course, that has a supercharger on it. That's interesting, but it's got a medium rifle, and ugh, I don't like rifles. I would not give the AI this mech because that has a Ultra AC5. No way. I would change that to an AC5 because he's going to break it. But the Shadowhawk has, and you have to up armor these things. You can't send them out in the field with 144, but you definitely give them just a standard Shadowhawk with a lot of armor. They have great hitboxes. They're super tanky, and the AI does well with them. Now this mech here, this is a lot of fun, and I would run this myself. I would not give it to the AI. I would do, let me see here. I have it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this thing's fun. Once again, hero mech. But the base Shadowhawk is fun. This is really effective. Really effective mech. A lot of fun to run. You can see 2 tons of AC ammo, which is plenty. AC-10. Plenty of ammo there. Mostly max armor. See, that scares me. That scares me a lot. But dropping the legs down below 40 is equally problematic, especially with all the ammo in the legs. I would probably just leave it and just, kind of wince and hope I can get through it. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I've had quite a bit of success with this mech. Then, do we have anything else? This Treb. This is good. This is a really solid medium mech. I've had some good rounds with it. If you can get your hands on it. I did have to back the SRMs off a little bit because it's hot. It will cook you. And you'll notice you've got the jump jets. So I would be tempted to start thinking about pulling the jump jets and adding heat sinks. And we got 3 tons of SRM ammo. That's plenty. The AMS, I left it in. Then I took it out. I don't know. It's not like I'm doing the hokey pokey, right? You put your AMS in, you put your AMS out. Yeah, I don't know. If the enemy's running a lot of LRMs, okay. Or a lot of missiles, period. Sure, okay. It's situational. So, whatever. And let's see if I forgot anything here. This thing is fun. This Vulcan, and I have been able to. I have found this a few times in game, so this isn't as rare as the others, at least in my experience. And I have had success with this. I've used this in the campaign. I've used this in instant actions. It works well. You can see 1 ton of machine gun ammo. Plenty of machine gun ammo. I've run out of machine gun ammo once in like 400 hours in game. I pulled the jump jets. You see the head's armored up. The arms are at max armor, so that's good. And what's fun with the machine guns is it's really easy to knock down buildings and whatnot. So this is really good for the raid missions. Really good for knocking down buildings and taking out tanks and whatnot. And good crit seekers. So once your enemy's armor is open, and you see those open armor panels, start spamming that machine gun and just laugh as their ammo and engines explode. So yeah, that one's really solid. And this is okay. It's not great. If the game presents it to you and you've got the money and you like Vindicators, but yeah, it's not great. It's okay. This is the best build I've come up with so far. I'm not a huge fan of the Vindicator. To me, it feels like a GIMP Hunchy. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much the medium mechs. I don't think I have a lot. The wolf. Oh yeah, well, my all-time favorite. This thing. This is This is my favorite. This is my. I really like my Chem Laser Hunchy. I really do. I like my Gridiron, and I like this beast. This thing is beastly. And you can pretty much just wash and wear this thing. I don't think I make many changes. I think I take a little bit off the legs. You know, that. And then you're ready to rock and roll. It's really good. Really nice build. Plenty of ammo. In fact, probably too much ammo. Yeah. Too much ammo. But this thing is great. It's versatile. It's tanky. The AC5 has good range. You know, 620 meters. Yeah. Excellent mech. Really good. It has good hitboxes. You can torso twist the fuck out of this thing. This is... Yeah. Great mech. So yeah, the Wolverine, the Hunchback Gridiron, and then the swayback with the medium chem lasers. This Dervish, I could have a lot of fun with that. So I would put the Dervish on there. And so just kind of to finish things out, just so you can, if you want to take a screenshot so you can see the various mechs, this would be my top lineup for mediums. Love the chem laser swayback. This is a lot of fun. That Vulcan, that SRM Vulcan, definitely deserves your attention. And you can probably make this out of regular dervishes. I just haven't done it. The Gridiron, I have driven this in-game, in the campaign, and in Synaction. It's a beast. Really good. And then the Wolverine Q, the Q model, the Hero Wolverine is... If you see this thing, if you see this thing for sale, I don't care if you go broke. Buy this damn thing. It is so good. It's an excellent medium mech. Now, later in the game, it becomes obsolete, so factor that into your decision making. But a lot of fun. I would not deprive myself of driving any of these mechs for economic reasons. I would sell something else. I would, you know, sell my children. Whatever I had to do, you know, give blood. So yeah, excellent mechs. These are all a lot of fun. And of course, you can kind of see a pattern here. For the most part, I like brawlers, and I think you need a lot of armor. You can see all of these guys are up armored because it's just the way the AI behaves. The AI focus fires you, so I don't think you have any choice. You know, you need to drive something with good hitboxes, with sufficient armor, and you have to torso twist. You have to stay mobile because the AI is going to shoot at you first. Period. You know, do I wish it was different? Yeah, I do. Do I think it's sloppy game design and sloppy AI code? Yeah, I do. I really do. But I can't do anything about it, and I love big stompy robots, so I have to put up with it. But yeah, this is what I would drive, and I hope you found this information useful. And like, subscribe, share, tell your friends if you don't like it. Once again, as usual, keep that shit to yourself, right? You wanna take that hate and you want to bury it deep down inside, and then you know just do all kinds of unhealthy things to encapsulate that hate and not deal with it. You don't want to deal with the hate by disliking the video and making bad comments. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to tell your friends how bad this video is. You want to bury that hate. You know, I don't care what your therapist says. Anyway, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Have a good one.